Welcome to the General Safety Induction for 50Hertz onshore projects. Your safety is the key factor that enables us to carry out our projects safely and effectively. For this, we need your help. This instruction gives you an overview of the basis safety regulations and requirements for working on and accessing the different construction sites in substations, switchgear, on cables, and overhead lines, as well as working outside of electrotechnical installations of 50 Hertz. The information provided forms the common basis for safe work in the office and on 50 Hertz construction sites. Different construction sites can have specific hazards. That is why it is necessary to draw up work-specific safety instructions. For 50 Hertz, the protection of your life and your health has the highest priority. The continuous improvement of health and safety management is therefore an integral part of our corporate strategy. Because we want to guarantee a safe workplace for everyone, managers shall motivate their employees by acting as an example. It is everyone's responsibility to identify potential hazards and report them so that safety in the workplace is constantly being improved. Be a safety leader too. Many aspects are part of the 50 Hertz occupational safety campaign, Gib Acht. With this campaign, we want to ensure a safe environment during the daily work routine, such as safety on stairways, on traffic, on construction sites, as well as ergonomics in the workplace. Please pay attention to these and similar notices displayed in your daily working environment. Our office buildings and construction sites are all very different. Familiarize yourself with local conditions before starting an activity. You will also receive a specific instruction on site. The evacuation routes, the assembly point, as well as the position of the rescue and first aid equipment are signposted. The local first aiders and fire safety assistants are listed. The legal regulations of the Federal Republic of Germany and the German Social Accident Insurance, short DGUV, impose requirements for safe and healthy work. The instructions on guaranteeing occupational safety when contracting with external companies for work in the scope of the transmission grid of 50 Hertz transmission, short OAFN, is an important regulation at 50 Hertz. All external companies must respect and comply with the roles and responsibilities that the OAFN assigns to them. To protect health and safety, 50 Hertz requires the implementation of project-specific risk assessments. For this purpose, it may be necessary to describe working methods in order to identify the risks and define effective occupational health and safety measures. Risk assessments and safety operating instructions must be provided upon request. The legally required Safety and Health Plan, short Siegeplan, ensures the coordination of several contractors on a construction site, taking into account the occupational safety regulations. It contains measures to prevent mutual hazards between different trades. Depending on the complexity and size of the project, it may be necessary for the contractor to prepare an HSE plan. This is checked for plausibility by 50 Hertz and supports safe working on the construction site. The operation of electrical systems places high demands on occupational safety and environmental protection. The technical regulations, short TRN, represent a technical set of rules that strengthens occupational safety at 50 Hertz. Depending on the distance at which you are working from the energized systems and equipment of 50 Hertz transmission GmbH, a work permit, short DE, may be necessary in accordance with DIN VDE 0105100. A work permit must be obtained from the 50 Hertz coordinator. In order to stay on a construction site in a substation, switchgear, on cables and overhead lines, and during work outside of electrotechnical installations, you need additional training, health checkups, and qualifications. The Personal Safety Logbook is a document that you must carry along with you at all times. It contains the details about all completed qualifications and trainings, a current photograph, and a signature of the employee. It must be presented for inspection by 50Hertz upon request. Any missing, incorrect or expired certificates can lead to immediate removal from the construction site. A safe working environment can only be achieved when everyone knows how to behave safely and correctly on 50Hertz construction sites. All persons gaining entry to the 50Hertz construction site must sign in by name. This is done by registering yourself into the visitor's book in the entrance area of the substations and switchgear. Order and cleanliness in the workplace are important for a safe working environment. That is why order in the workplace and disposal of waste are important parts of the general codes of conduct on 50Hertz construction sites. After the work has ended, the work area must be cleaned and obstacles must be removed. Furthermore, waste must be separated, collected in the corresponding bins and disposed of in accordance with the approved waste disposal concept. The personal protective equipment, PPE, must be admissible for the respective activities. This must be used in accordance with the risk assessment drawn up by the employer for the planned activity. Take personal responsibility for the care of your PPE. If any limitations in the protective effect are noticed, for example due to wear and tear, damage or a change in the risk situation, the work must be stopped immediately and the supervisor must be informed. The PPE must be checked according to the manufacturer's instructions. 50Hertz construction sites may be organized by a 50Hertz employee or a contractor. The regulations may therefore deviate from or go beyond the guidelines applicable at 50Hertz. Therefore, familiarize yourself with the local conditions and remember the safety instructions and the location of emergency equipment. In any case, the requirements of 50Hertz must be observed. When staying on 50Hertz construction sites, you must obey the following basic rules. Always register at the construction site. You will receive a specific initial briefing for the construction site. Please follow the instructions. Wear the necessary personal protective equipment, PPE. You need to have the personal safety logbook on your person at all times. Smoking is only permitted in the appointed smoking areas. Working under the influence of psychotropic substances is not allowed. Access to areas not related to the work is prohibited. When carrying out electrical work, the 5 safety rules must be observed. First, disconnect completely. Second, secure against reconnection. Third, check the installation is de-energized. Fourth, carry out earthing and short-circuiting. Fifth, provide protection against adjacent live parts. Work in the vicinity of live parts may only be carried out if suitable protective measures can be implemented to ensure work in accordance with DIN VDE 0105100. Regardless of the severity, the following shall be considered in case of accidents and first aid measures. 1. If necessary, call the emergency number. 2. Inform the person responsible for the installation at 50Hertz or the TÜV. Unsafe situations, incidents relevant to the environment and near misses shall be reported to the person responsible for the installation. The 50Hertz construction sites established in connection with the integration of renewable energy and the corresponding work are a constant focus of media. Especially when media attention is due to an emergency or accident, it is important to remember that all communication to the media should be handled by the 50Hertz press office. Individual communication with any type of media, including social media, by the project staff is not allowed. When a media company contacts you, please remain polite and refer the media to the 50Hertz press office. This booklet does not replace the usual instruction by the person who is responsible on site and is to be considered as complementary. Responsible for this induction is the Health and Safety Department managed by Thorsten Schröder. Further information on occupational safety and the film Safety Instruction 50Hertz Onshore Projects can be found at 50hertz.com/de/safety. www.onshore.de/Unternehmen/Nachhaltigkeit/Arbeitssicherheit.